Hey.
You think I'm making her nervous?
No, she's...
And so began my interview with Tim Wild Thang Lepard, an animal trainer and rodeo performer whose act, the Team Ghost Rider Monkey Rodeo, had just wrapped up a show in Bowie, Maryland. During the show, the Wild Thang's team of 3 monkeys, dressed in miniature cowboy outfits and riding border collies, herded 4 sheep into a pen in the outfield of Prince George Stadium, home of the AA Bowie Bay Sox.
We're going to do everything we can to load them up in the truck. And then I'm going to come back to home plate, and I'm going to tell you how this story got started 35 years ago. Are y'all ready? You're going to hear a word you never heard before. That word is cowboy.
The show was significant because it was the 30th show in 30 days for Lepard, a tour that took him through 12 of the 50 states, logging thousands of miles and entertaining hundreds of thousands of fans in minor league stadiums along the way.
This is my life. I mean, every week I'm doing either a ball game, rodeo, NASCAR, basketball, football game or something. You know, we're always into something, but I'm just very fortunate in what I have. So yeah, I still rodeo. It's just a hot month for baseball right now. I didn't get to go home last year until September, and this year I won't get to go home till after October. I always wanted a monkey. I mean, when I tell them it was a dream, my mom said I wagged the sock monkey around till there was no stuffing in it. And Curious George books, she said that's all I ever toted was Curious George books. I loved them.
Tim's act is not all fun and games. I spent the weekend following his act, Friday from Frederick, Maryland on to State College, Pennsylvania Saturday, before winding up in Bowie, Maryland Sunday. He is a one-man show. Not only does Tim move 3 dogs, 4 sheep, and 3 monkeys, and all the show's equipment in a truck by himself before driving all night to the next show location, he also has to deal with his share of hang-ups along the way, such as the one in Frederick Friday night when someone left the gate open and Tim's sheep escaped the field.
Well, they went behind the ballpark and then went back around, went out to the graveyard. Francis got the key deal, run down it, went down the interstate, got on the interstate, went down in that ravine, you know how the big banking. From the 7th inning all the way to the 9th inning, we was running sheep.
Tim told me he was inspired to get into rodeo by his older brother, Rick, a former Army Green Beret who started riding bulls first.
And I got on this bull and he throwed me so fast, but I was determined to show my brother. And I rode, I don't know, a year or 2. You know, he's still in service, and a bull stepped in my throat, broke my collarbone, messed my knee up, broke 6 ribs, and I went in the hospital 9 days. And he called me from in the service, and he said, you know, I'm not telling you to keep doing what you're doing. He said, I'm not telling you to stop or keep doing it, but whatever you do, give it 150% and do it for your country. 36 years later, everything I got is red, white, and blue, and we still do it.
Tim said he earned his nickname as a champion bullfighter.
Wild thing is what they call me in rodeo because I'm wild. I ain't no fear for a bull. And I run and jump on their head and let them hook me and throw me over.
Still, he knew he wouldn't last forever fighting bulls, so he switched his act.
As far as entertaining, I want to do something that the people would see and they never would forget it. And I knew, I said monkey would be the deal. So it was 1981. My dad helped me get my first monkey from South America. And we brought it over, and I never knew a monkey could be so bad. I knew I wanted to make a cowboy monkey. I wanted to make a monkey ride a horse, and I got a Shetland pony. And the monkey kept climbing up between the horse's ears. You know, they want to climb up high, and the horse would shake his head, and the monkey would scream and holler, and I thought, this ain't working out. And I couldn't make that monkey stay in that saddle. So then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go to a dog, and I went to an old English sheepdog, which, you know, they're pretty big. And the old English sheepdogs, they just wasn't the cup of tea. And a guy came up to me and he said, you ever thought about using them border collies? And I said, they're too little. He said, that ain't how little a border collie is, how big his heart is.
The Wild Things act has gone big time. He has appeared at halftime during NFL games, on Jay Leno and Steve Harvey, NASCAR races, and sporting events across the United States. It hasn't been easy, but Tim told me what's kept him going strong more than 3 decades since he put his first monkey on a dog.
You know, you drive all night long, you go to a show, and this is every week, every day just about, and the life is hard, real hard. You know, the obstacles on the roads and the trials you have to go through, and you keep getting knocked down. It's not the money, and I mean the money is definitely not there. They can't afford me. None of these people could afford me if I was trying to make the money out of it. And it's the people, you know, it's these people in these stands, the smiles of these kids. It's the only reason.